What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Coachable Podcast. It's Tori, and I'm excited for this episode. It's just me in here, and I have decided today is the day I'm going to answer some of your questions. I've been getting so many DMs from you guys who have been asking me about my health journey over the last couple months because I have seen a massive transformation in my body, my physical health, my overall energy levels. And you guys have noticed as well. And I wanted to kind of give you guys the lay of the land in terms of what I've been doing differently and what has helped me most over the last several months. But I think before I give you a list of products or supplements or routines or anything like that that I've been doing, everything starts with your mindset. So I have a question that one of you guys sent in, and I'm going to ask that, and then I'm going to give you guys kind of a frame of reference for how I've been approaching this journey personally over the last few months. So this listener says, I'm a religious listener to your podcast and love the content you share. Like you, I made a commitment to myself this year to focus on health and changes to my body and overall well-being. I'm curious if you would share what you've been doing and the changes you've made day to day to get from picture A to picture B. So if you didn't see it on my Instagram, I posted basically like a 6-month transformation photo this morning, and that's why I got this message. So she says, I ask because I've made a large number of changes and I'm still experiencing some of the negatives, bloating, inflammation, etc. I know so much of it starts with your right mindset, but I'd love to hear what you're doing. So, that's why I wanted to share on this podcast what that looks like for me personally. And basically, like I said, my mindset has completely changed. Going into 2025, I made a massive commitment, covenant, like promise to myself that another year would not go by that I kind of half-assed my health and fitness. The truth is, like, it's sad to say this, but I've never actually tried and applied myself to my personal health and fitness journey. I have basically, since high school, done the bare minimum to get by and to still maintain some sort of normal, like, healthy weight that I thought was still, good for my body type and healthy enough, but I was never truly applying myself and putting forth genuine effort over a consistent period of time. I would go through spurts of trying new things, whether it was different types of workouts or different supplement regimens and that kind of thing. But I never really stuck with anything long term until the last couple months, and it's made a world of difference. But the first thing that changed was really my mindset around why I was doing this and the commitment level. And it starts with a decision. I've said this on the show before, but to decide means to cut and to cut off from any other option. And honestly, a lot of us are sort of straddling a fence in our life, whether that's in health and fitness or relationships or career or anything that you desire to change or to up level in your life. A lot of us are sort of straddling a fence, and we've got one foot on one side where we're like, yes, I want to be dedicated, I want to be devoted, and I want to be disciplined, and I want to move towards this goal. And then there's another foot on another side of the fence that's trying to keep you where you are, that's trying to keep you in a level of comfort and familiarity and what is perceived to be safety. And that's why so many people feel stuck. They're literally like split between two realities and two choices. And for me, I started by getting off the fence and making a clear-cut decision that says, I'm not going to flirt with the possibility of being the healthiest version of myself possible and the most, strong, resilient, energetic, vital version of myself. I'm going to decide. And that's what happens. Like, I truly believe we are all one decision away from a completely different life at any moment in time. And all it takes is you to say, I'm not going to do the things I've always done and expect to get a different result any longer. I am no longer going to practice being insane and expect and wonder why I'm not getting where I want to get in my life. And that's what I did. You know, there's part of me that has come into a more a deeper connection with my physical body and with myself as just a woman. And I think it starts with the mindset of understanding that my body truly is my temple. It is the only home I will ever have. I can move cities, I can move places, I can move jobs, I can move relationships, but I cannot move and trade this body in for another one. Even though we live in 2025 and there are so many things that we can do to cosmetically change ourselves, like, what I can't change is how it feels to live inside my own body, except by making intentional choices. And it had to start with that mental shift of understanding I am the prize, I am the vessel, I am the temple. And as I have over the years done deeper work on myself mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally to shed the trauma and the emotional debris and the pain of my past, we clear our vessel. We clear it of emotion and trauma and energy that has been stuck inside of our body. And so all of the work I've done on myself emotionally and spiritually has led me to this point to be able to go all in on my physical health. And some people might say, if you don't know how to change your life, start with physical first, but I say, honestly, start where the pain is. Wherever you are in most pain, if that means that it's financial for you or relational for you, like, start and apply pressure and change in that area first. And because my physical body never gave me so many issues that I had to really, really focus, I was never really sick, I could get away with it until now. And I decided this is the year that things are going to change because I deserve to see how good it can get. This entire podcast is about building a life that feels as good as it looks, right? And bringing on experts and thought leaders and brands that help me to build a life that truly feels as good on the inside as it looks on the camera. And I wanted to see how good can it actually get? Not just how good can I look physically, but how good can I feel inside my body? And it starts with understanding that I deserve that. I deserve what I desire. I have the mindset and the frame of mind that what I desire is meant for me, and I am the only one who can give that to myself. There is no day that's coming in my future where my future self knocks on the door and says, hey, we're here with that, with those abs or with that body or with that energy, that you've been craving or wanting. That is something I have to take responsibility for and accountability for and give that to myself. So because this year is all about main character energy for me, I am the one to give myself everything I want and I desire. I'm not looking for it from a man. I'm not looking for it from my friend group. I'm not looking for it from my parents. I'm not looking for anyone in my audience or watching this. I'm not doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for me. And when you start doing things for you and not for the approval or the validation from anyone else, you start to get in a competition with you. It's you versus you. And that's how it is. I have nothing to prove to anybody except myself, except the version of myself that knows I'm capable of more. The inner child in me that wants to just be playful and creative and flow and open and vibrant and liberated. That's who I owe it to, is the little girl that needed someone to look up to say, you can have it and be it all. You can whatever you can dream, whatever you can see in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And that is the mindset that I have. And I am so unapologetic about that this year. And what that has done for me, it has helped me to call back all of my energy to myself that I was putting into trying to get people to like me, or trying to look a certain way, or trying to change something in my external to fix something internal. It started with the internal first, right? And understanding I am the prize and I deserve to feel good. And let's play a game with ourselves. Let's see how good it can get. So that's the first thing. And understand that you're responsible for your life, for your choices. And with every choice, there is a cost and a payoff. I like to think of everything that I do is a vote for the person that I want to become. So is this thing that I'm doing, is this choice that I'm making helping me to become more of who I want to be, or actually taking me further away from it? It is sad for me to sit here and tell you the amount of money that I've spent on Starbucks coffee last year was ridiculous. I looked at that and I was like, oh, you want to know why you're not healthy, Tori? You're literally putting so much sugar in your body first thing in the morning. I cut that out, okay? If you want to know practically what I've done, I stopped going to Starbucks every day. I'm saving money and I'm saving calories and sugar intake. I don't do it. If I'm going to have coffee, I make it at home, okay? That's number one. Stop drinking Starbucks. It's just a waste. And I also just don't want to, buy local also. This was something I had to learn. I've done microdosing protocols on and off for years, but I also got really dialed in on my microdosing. This hasn't had a massive effect on my physical body in terms of my fitness or nutrition or anything, but it's had a huge effect on my cognitive function, my memory, my focus, just the clarity of mind, the creativity that I have available to me. And so I utilize a 7 mushroom blend that is amazing, that includes functional mushrooms like cordyceps and changa. It includes, all of them are going out the window right now as I need to think about them. But I can put lion's mane. Thank you. I heard my producer throw one. Let me actually look it up. So I tell you all of the, I don't want to, hold on. Functional mushroom blends. Stick with me, guys. Yeah, it has lion's mane, changa, reishi, cordyceps, turkey tail, and a couple more. So these are all helpful for anxiety, depression, fatigue. Some of them help boost sex drive, cognitive function, memory. I can't recommend that enough. So you can get microdosing protocols that have psilocybin, which is the magic mushroom piece, or you can get them without. And you can get these online as well as, they come in gummy form, they come in powder form, you can get them in coffee form. So a lot of times I have a 7 mushroom blend that I'll put into my coffee, and that gives me a boost of cognitive function in the morning. I've also started using methylene blue. So I did want to pull this up to give you guys an idea of what that is. So I put this first thing in the morning. I make a huge water. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's not a Stanley, but it's something that looks like it. And I get my hydration in. I put a hydration pack, LMNT pack in there. I do 5 drops of methylene blue, and that is a compound that has so many different health benefits. It has a lot of brain function support, energy production for your cellular health. It also improves your mitochondrial function and helps stabilize mental health, mood. It has antiviral effects. It supports blood flow and oxygenation. It also has anti-cancer properties. So I use methylene blue inside my water. Every morning I take apple cider vinegar. And for those who don't know, that has helped my support my digestion and my gut health. Also helps regulate blood sugar and weight management. In the last couple months, I've lost about 15 pounds. And I think my taking apple cider vinegar every day has supported that. It also helps with heart health, immune function, skin and hair health. So we've got methylene blue, apple cider vinegar, ashwagandha. I love, love, love my ashwagandha. That helps with stress and anxiety, also supports cognitive function. I'm trying to hit any adaptogenic herbs that are going to support me cognitively with my sexual health, with my immune health, with my heart and blood sugar, as well as my digestion and bloating. The girl who asked this question asked a lot about how to deal with bloating. I stopped eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of sugar. That was making me bloat, as well as I had high cortisol levels. The ashwagandha that I take helped to bring that down naturally. So you'll see in my face, I've lost a lot of the puffiness and inflammation and water weight that I was carrying from the foods that I was eating. I've started eating a lot more whole foods and high protein diet, getting a ton of hydration. And as I said, in my water, I put the methylene blue. And I also do some like D2K from Athletic Greens. I use their vitamin D supplement as well inside my water. And then in terms of anti-inflammatory support, I use black seed oil. This is something I just drink straight. It has an interesting taste, but it has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. And I think this has had a huge impact on my gut health and on my digestion. It also has a ton of other properties and support for blood sugar, cognitive, mental health, skin and hair benefits as well. So I'm really hitting these like on a lot of different levels. But I think the black seed oil has really supported the anti-inflammatory piece of the supplement and like stack that I'm taking, and helped me to lose some of that bloating and inflammation, as well as castor oil packs. I don't know if you are like a TikTok girly and you've seen the girls that do the castor oil packs, but I got looped into the trend. And I stand on it. I believe in it, and I have seen the results. So basically, I went on TikTok Shop and got if you just look up castor oil packs, get the organic castor oil, and at night I will put it on. Basically, the pack is just like this thing that goes around my stomach, and it has buttons on it, so it stays put. And I put a little castor oil on my stomach before I go to bed, and sometimes I'll sleep with it, or I'll just do it in my wind down routine, nighttime routine, let it stay on while I'm in bed, like watching. I don't really watch anything in my bed actually, but I'll read or just like do some of my personal practices and rituals. And then if I do sleep in it the next morning, my tummy is so flat, and I think that has helped so much with inflammation as well. So the castor oil, don't sleep on it, okay? I also have incorporated daily movement of some kind. I'm walking a ton more. A big thing for my health this year is not just physical, but like I said, it's mental. So I've started doing these things where I do a no media or walk. So I don't take my phone, and I don't take headphones or music, which might sound a little crazy, but I'm habit stacking. So I'm habit stacking my fitness and getting my steps in at the same time as spending time in meditation or contemplation and reflection with myself. So that's what habit stacking is. When you're doing multiple things that you need to do at the same time. Like you could be essentially sitting in the sauna and meditating or reading a book at the same time, and that's a habit stack. So for me, my walks where I'm getting in my steps, trying to do 10,000 steps a day when I can. I do wear the Oura ring, so it tracks all of my all of my movement, and I'll go without my phone. And that is my opportunity to take my dog, to go get in nature, and to spend time with myself, to offload all the stress that I've been thinking about, all the things I'm like thinking about what I need to do. And then truly on those walks are the times I get the most creative downloads because I'm not overly stimulated. I actually get to pay attention to the houses and the trees and the sky and the street signs and where I am, and it's made me realize how addicted I was to my phone and to distractions. And so the daily movement is an absolute priority for me, even if it just means going on like an hour-long walk. But for me, what I love to do for my workouts is hot yoga. I love to go, if you live in a city where there's a True Fusion, I like to go to True Fusion and do all of their hot classes. They tend to be like 103 degrees. I also go to Hot Works, and Hot Works are all over the country. And Hot Works are basically these saunas where you can go in and do a variety of different exercises, from cycling to biking. Cycling and biking are the same thing, but cycling to rowing. They have Pilates, yoga, all different types of things that you can do. And I love getting in the sauna and sweating it out. So I'm doing sauna at least 3 to 4 times a week, and maybe 1 or 2 lift days, but always daily movement. And then let's see what else. I'm doing the whole foods and high protein. That's been the biggest things that I've changed for my nutrition. I'm not eating a lot of processed foods. I'm not doing fast food at all. Like, I basically only drink water. I've cut out alcohol. So I'm saving a ton of calories on just anything, money and calories, frankly. When I go out, my bill is so much cheaper because I don't buy wine or cocktails. And that, you don't realize how those things add up. Now, I'm not saying you need to get rid of all of your, favorite things. I like balance in my life. But for me, this has been an experiment, right? Of just what works and what doesn't, what makes me feel good and what depletes me. I take the same approach into so many different areas of my life, not just my physical health, in any area of my life. So if I'm thinking about spending time with people, does this person fuel me? Does this time with this person nourish me? Or does it leave me feeling depleted and frustrated and negative and just icky, right? Same goes for what I'm putting in my body. This is my home. So if you think about, like, from a mindset and a perspective of loving yourself, you want to make your home a place that you want to be, right? Not a place that you want to escape from. When we buy a new home or we've saved up to like move into our dream place, we want to make it great. We want to decorate it. We want it to have all the nice things. But I don't know why we don't treat our own bodies, our own temples, our own homes this way. And that's the approach that I'm taking this year, of truly asking the grander question: how good can I feel? How good can it get? And the thing that I love most is once you get in the routine of it, and it doesn't become something, it's not a have to. It's not a should anymore. I have switched these things from, I should do that, I should go work out, or I should go on a walk, or I should put my phone down and be a little bit more present, or I should drink more water. All the things we could say that we should be doing. And this is what I do. This is an exercise you can do at home right now. Write a list of all of your shoulds. I should do the laundry. I should call my mom. I should go get an oil change, right? Whatever it is. And if it pertains to your health and fitness, write it down. And then ask the question, why? Why should you do that thing? Well, maybe because Tori said so, or because my boyfriend wants me to, or because that's what I heard someone say online, or because if I don't, my mom's going to be pissed, right? What are the reasons? Why? Okay, answer that for all of your shoulds. And then I want you to switch it from I should blank to if I really wanted to, I could. If I really wanted to, I could put my phone down and go for a walk. If I really wanted to, I could book the Pilates class and actually go. If I really wanted to, I could fill in the blank. And the thing about that is once you ask that question, the question becomes, well, why not? Why haven't I? Why am I not doing that? And then this is where it's going to show you and reveal to you what's actually important or what's actually holding you back. So if I really wanted to, I could go on a hike today. Well, then either it's not that important to me, it's actually not a priority, or there's something bigger at play, right? If I really wanted to, I could start my own podcast if that's I should for you, right? Or if I really wanted to, I could start my business if that has been a should. Well, what's holding you back? I don't think I can. I don't think I have what it takes. I'm not disciplined enough. Like all of the reasons, all of the excuses. And remember, like, this is going to show you what's really important to you. For me, I just had to get clear about what I want and realize I'm the one to give it to myself. No one else. No one else is coming. As Mel Robbins says, no one's coming to save you. It's you. And when you show up to your life as a responsible adult saying, I have the key to the kingdom, I am holding the key to the cage that I've been living in or the freedom that I desire. And by the way, freedom comes through discipline and devotion to a higher calling. And that is what I am approaching this year with, and I'm already seeing massive results, and it's becoming so much more fun. You guys, it's not an I should, it's not an I have to, it's if I really wanted to, I could, and I get to. I get to take care of myself in this way. I get to give myself this gift. I get to show myself that I am a priority, that I'm important, that I deserve to have the things that I desire, and I deserve to feel good. The other day I was invited to a women's gathering with some incredible women that I really wanted to get to know. And I had made a commitment to myself to spend that evening regulating my nervous system, which is a podcast I'm going to do here shortly in the future, because some of you guys have put in your questions and asked, how do you do that? But I had this night blocked off as a date night with myself to go to my yoga class, to do some yin, which is restorative yoga. I was going to take a long bath. I was going to do all of my rituals and practices that night and just take it slow. And I did. And I remember I posted something on Instagram that night, and this is something you need to hear is sometimes, a lot of times, you're going to have to say no and disappoint other people so that you can say yes to yourself and not disappoint your future self. You can keep procrastinating, you can keep putting things off, but the price of procrastination is the person that you could have become. The version of you that you could have been if you didn't say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll start posting content when I have the perfect setup or the perfect camera. I'll get in the gym when it's convenient. It's never convenient to start doing the thing that you need to do. I love Mel Robbins so much. She's always talking about how motivation is never there when you need it. Right? We all get so excited at the beginning of the year and are all committed to our goals. And then a lot of people fall off. We are 42 days into this year, ladies and gentlemen. I'm recording this on the 12th of February. And I am 42 days into what I committed to at the beginning of this year, which I actually started before this year because I didn't wait till January 1st to get started. Because at any moment, at any point you decide to get off the fence and to make a new choice is the day that your life can change. But it happens in micro moments, in micro decisions, when you decide that the life that you desire is more important than the comfort that you crave. And the mind's going to play tricks on you. the mind is going to come in and say, hey, you really want to go to Starbucks today? Hey, you really want to just order pizza tonight? Hey, you really want to just stay in bed for a couple more hours? And that feels so real. But I like to always go back to, is this going to bring me closer to or further away from the version of myself that I see in my mind? And then if so, we make enough of those choices that go against what we say we want. And what happens? We lose trust with ourselves. Every time you don't do what you say you're going to do, you are severing the connection of trust with yourself, i.e., you are losing confidence in yourself. If you want to be a woman or a man that walks in the room and is captivating with your energy and your presence, and everyone looks at you and everyone respects you because of the way that you live, it is not because of what you are posting on social media, my friend. It is because of the actions and the embodiment of the things you actually talk about. And every time that you don't do what you say you're going to do, not only do you lose trust with yourself, but the people in your life will start to pick up on the fact that you're just somebody who talks a lot. You say all the right things, but you never do it. Your actions don't back it up. And I have a tattoo across my hip because this is so ingrained in me. It's all about actions, not words. You know, truth doesn't need to prove itself. So when I am walking in my truth and alignment and in my power, and I'm making choices from an empowered and embodied place, not from an insecure place, not from a place of needing validation or sourcing my self-worth from what you think about me. I have built a relationship with myself of taking care of myself. I have a reputation to uphold with myself. And my view and my opinion of myself is what matters. When I look in the mirror, do I like who I see? Not because I like what I look like necessarily, but I know that the eyes that are staring back at me are the ones of a woman who is who she says she is. She's not a phony. She's not a fake. She doesn't wear a mask. She's not pretending to be someone she's not. I am who I say I am because my actions match my words. Now, does that mean I'm perfect? Absolutely not. I fall short. But I have built a reputation with myself of consistently being and creating evidence that what I say is not just words, it's truth. And that is a powerful way to approach your life. And that's what I encourage you guys to do this year. Whatever, fitness journey you're on or health and wellness journey, it's not about having the perfect supplement stack or the perfect workout routine or perfect morning and evening ritual, even though those are so great and supportive. And I want to show you guys more and more of what I'm personally doing. It really all comes back to your mindset first. And if that is not there, I promise you, you will end up quitting so far before you reach that goal because the mind has given out. The body can do so much more than you think it can. And so I hope this encourages you guys to double down on your goals, whatever those are this year, because you're truly, truly worthy of having the life that you desire. And I promise you, you are the only one who can give that to you. And when you start taking that role and responsibility seriously, everything can change. So I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, put them in the comments or leave a comment on YouTube, even DM us over at the Coachable Podcast or on my personal page, the Tori Gordon on Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere. You can find my website, torigordon.com. Or if you're in Vegas and want to come hang out with me locally at an upcoming event, you can always come check it out at revivelasvegas.com. That's where we're hanging out. I hope this helped you. If it did, share it with a friend or subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're really trying to get this going this year, so that would be super helpful. And you can always leave a rating and review on Apple or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. That's the best way you can say thank you. And from my heart to yours, I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for being on this journey with me. We'll see you next week on the Coachable Podcast.